Hello everyone. In this video we are going to study the parasympathetic system, also called as cholinergic system, its transmission, its action and the acetylcholine synthesis. So let's start with the parasympathetic system. Parasympathetic system, also called as cholinergic system. It is the part of the autonomic nervous system. The neurotransmitter which is working here is acetylcholine. See in this diagram, the acetylcholine working presynaptically as well as postsynaptically. Presynaptically means at the ganglia and postsynaptically at the effector cell, organ or tissue. So let's see how this parasympathetic system works. The parasympathetic system, also called as cool and calm system, rest and digest system. Okay, so in rest condition, your heart is relaxed, right? It means slow heart rate, that is negative chronotropic effect, slow conduction velocity, that is negative dromotropic effect, and slow force of contraction, it means negative inotropic effect. Next is bronchi. So at rest condition our body doesn't require more oxygen, so bronchi are constricted. Then pupil. Pupil are also constricted. Circular muscles of the pupil constricted, that is meiosis. Then glands. Glands are stimulated, increase the secretion. GIT also stimulated, increase in motility, and bladder is also stimulated, increase in urine outflow. So all these are working of the cool and calm system, that is parasympathetic system. Neurotransmitter which is working in parasympathetic system is acetylcholine. So let's see the synthesis of acetylcholine. The first reaction happening is acetate activating reaction. So for the activation of the acetate, what is required? ATP and coenzyme A. So acetate plus ATP plus coenzyme A form acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme A then reacts with the choline and there is formation of acetylcholine in the presence of enzyme choline acetyl transferase. Let's see the diagrammatic representation of the release, storage and synthesis of acetylcholine. See in the diagram, at the adrenergic nerve ending, the choline reacts with the acetyl-CoA. There is formation of acetylcholine. This acetylcholine enter into the vesicle via vesicle associated transporter, and then this acetylcholine stored into the vesicle with the ATP molecule. The entry of the acetylcholine into the vesicle is inhibited by the vesamicol. When impulse arrive, this acetylcholine is released from the vesicle by the process of exocytosis. Then this release acetylcholine either react with nicotinic receptor or muscarinic receptor and then post-junctional events occurs, or either this acetylcholine react to pre-junctional membrane receptor and inhibits the release of acetylcholine, or the excess acetylcholine reacts with the acetylcholine esterase and metabolized into acetate and choline. This choline then again enter into the cell for the synthesis of acetylcholine. The reuptake of this choline is occurs via sodium choline transporter and it is inhibited by the hemicholinum. And the acetylcholine esterase enzyme is inhibited by the anticholine esterase, and the release of the acetylcholine by the process of exocytosis is inhibited by the botulinum toxins. Okay, let's see the metabolism of the acetylcholine is done by the enzyme choline esterase. Choline esterase are of two types, acetylcholine esterase and butyrylcholine esterase. Acetylcholine esterase is true choline esterase. It is present at cholinergic nerve endings and RBC. And butyrylcholine esterase is pseudocholine esterase. It is present in intestine, plasma and liver. Let's see the receptor involved in cholinergic transmission. These are of two types, nicotinic and muscarinic. The nicotinic receptor is ligand-gated ion channel receptor, also called as ionotropic receptor, and the muscarinic receptor is G-protein coupled receptor, called as metabotropic receptor. Now learn the receptors and their function in detail. So nicotinic receptor are of two types, NM receptor and NN receptor. NM receptor is present at neuromuscular junction. After the activation of the NM receptor by the acetylcholine, there will be depolarization and sodium ion entry inside the cell. Then contraction of skeletal muscles occurs. The structure of receptor, it is having intrinsic ion channels. It is pentameric in structure, 2 alpha, beta, gamma, delta subunits and 4 TM segments are present. Nicotine and phenyltrimethylammonium are agonist while tubocurarine is antagonist of NM receptor. Next is NN receptor. It is present at the autonomic ganglia of sympathetic as well as parasympathetic system. It works as transmission of postganglionic impulse and depolarization. Then adrenal medulla at their catecholamine release, and in the CNS site specific excitation or inhibition. Structure of NN receptor, it is having intrinsic ion channel, pentameric structure with alpha beta subunits and 4 TM segments are present. Nicotine, DMPP are agonist while hexamethonium, trimethophan are antagonist of NN receptor. Let's see the muscarinic receptor. Muscarinic receptor are classified into 5 subtypes: M1, M2, M3, M4, M5. M1, M3, M5 are GQ coupled, work by IP3DAG pathway, that is increase in intracellular calcium ions. M2, M4 are inhibitory in nature, GI coupled. They decreases the CAMP production. Okay, let's see the function and location of M1 receptor. In gastric gland, it increases acid secretion. At enteric neuron, it increases intestinal secretion. In CNS, it works by cognition and memory enhancer. Then at autonomic ganglia, depolarization. It is GQ coupled, work by IP3DAG pathway, that is by increasing the intracellular calcium ion concentration. Oxotremorine is agonist while pyrenzapine, telenzapine are antagonist of M1 receptor. Then M2 receptor, it is present on the heart, produces bradycardia, negative inotropic, negative chronotropic, negative dromotropic effects. At SA node, K plus hyperpolarization, decrease rate of impulse generation. At AV node, decrease the velocity of conduction. In ventricles, decreases the contractibility. So overall, bradycardia. In CNS, it induces tremor, analgesia. At visceral smooth muscles, it produces contraction. It is GI-GO coupled, decreases the CAMP production. K plus channel opener. Okay, agonist is methocholine and antagonist is methoctramine and triptyramine. Let's see the location and function of M3 receptor. M3 receptor is present at visceral smooth muscle, bladder, bronchi, ciliary muscles, exocrine gland and vascular endothelium. So in visceral smooth muscle, bladder, bronchi, ciliary muscles, it contracts, and in exocrine glands, it increases the secretion. At vascular endothelium, there will be release of nitric oxide and vasodilation. M3 receptor is GQ coupled. It is work by IP3DAG pathway, that is by increasing the calcium ion concentration and formation of phospholipase A2 prostaglandin synthesis. Bethanechol is agonist while solifenacin is antagonist of M3 receptor. So here we see the cholinergic system, its transmission, transmitter synthesis, then type of receptor, their location and functioning.